Fucking goddamn it.
Now we should be...
Oh, wow. It's on YouTube and everything, man. I'll tell you what. Wow, act caught up in dreams. That's me.
Hey, it's starting.
X Vishnu.
All right, we're live, I believe.
Let me check. Hold up. Smoke some.
Oh.
In this video, I'll show you how to set up.
Oh, goodness. All right, well, we're live. I'm going to transition it now into the podcast. So what's up, everyone? Welcome
What's good?
to episode 2. It's me, Meme Cork, and my friend Squid Corey. And today,
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, and today we're joined by Emmett, who runs Vishnu.
Good evening.
What's up, everyone? So,
Here, let me put I'm gonna put something out on Squid about this.
Yeah, I think I'll also put a thing up on my story. But yeah, we've been talking about this podcast for a good amount of time now, and Corey was super adamant on having Emmett on. And Emmett seems like a dope dude to me, so we got him on here.
Yeah, it was like my I like invited myself onto the podcast.
Yeah, you said let's talk some shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, what does this mean? I was like, I think I know what he means, but
I feel like there's squid skiing and like accounts like that are like kind of replacing what New Schoolers was at one point. In my older years,
Mm-hmm.
my younger years rather, older years are now. So I figured that it would make sense to acknowledge that and participate in. If
Yeah.
you're not paying attention to what younger kids are doing. Wow, so that's what you got to do, you know. And plus, Meme Cork, you make me laugh, bud. I got to.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You make me laugh. Sometimes you really fucking trigger me hard, but.
give me an example of when Meme Cork triggered you.
The swerve memes?
Dude, no, those are fine. Like, when you make fun of, like, legends, like, when you make fun of LJ Strenio and shit, dude, it's unacceptable.
Nah, LJ loves the page, and I love LJ.
I know,
I'm just fucking with him.
I know, I get that.
No,
but,
that was a fair meme.
Hey,
but whenever,
I mean, lots of people get triggered. That's the name of the game, right?
I know, you're a fucking, you're devilish. But, yeah, it's easy to just, like, get offended on the internet, I guess.
Yeah.
And I am not immune to that.
I don't think anyone is. I don't even think I'm immune to it.
What bothers you, Meme Cork? What gets under your skin, dude? You're the troll here, guy. What the fuck? What bothers you?
Honestly, if I'm being honest, when I see a comment saying like this meme's shit or something like that, I get a little bit triggered. I'm like, this meme's not shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, especially if other people like it. It's like just because you don't like it doesn't mean.
Like you'll see me clap back quite a bit in the comments towards people like that.
For sure. I feel that. You gotta defend your work, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like if you dropped a new ski design and someone was like, that's shit.
Oh, it
that probably happened.
Constantly. It's literally like the only thing that happens, pretty much.
True. Hey, man.
I mean, it's like, if you make something, someone's gonna shit on it. That's just the name of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets anywhere, it's gonna get criticism, right? So.
The only one in the ski community that really doesn't get any criticism is Candide.
True.
Yeah,
and I think that's with good reason.
Yeah, definitely.
I met Candide once.
Really?
Yeah, he's very short.
Hey, short lives matter, man.
Yeah, I feel that. I was walking out of the liquor store on Foothill in Salt Lake, and Abner Wyman, you may know him as Wibbity Wabs, came out of this is in like 2011, he came out of the tea shop across the street, and he's like, dude, Candide Thovex is in there, dude. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, dude, Candide Thovex, he's in there right now. And I like went in there, and it was like an event that nobody went to. It was just Candide Thovex in a ski shop by himself.
Damn. Can I just say that voice impression was great, but keep going.
I've known Wabs for a long time, dude. I know him well. Sorry if he heard that and is offended. And then I asked Candide if he wanted to smoke weed, and he said that he didn't smoke weed anymore, and then I went home.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like 5'1".
Damn.
A lot of good skiers are really short.
Henrik, Torin.
Cal Carson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm short
Yeah,
as
my
fuck. I'm
roommate
not
just
gonna
said-
lie.
My roommate just said facts. It's because they have a lower center of gravity.
Dude,
they have
I
better
mean,
balance.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like being, it's like I don't fall very much, and if I do, I don't hurt myself very bad, and I'm just a short little fucker. So I think
What's your favorite trick, Meme Cork?
Cork 3.
Can you do a backflip?
I've actually never done a backflip.
Me neither.
I went straight to
neither.
flat spin 3s because fuck backflips.
Dude. Okay, yeah, me neither, dude. They're scary.
Dude,
They
fuck
are
backflip.
quite scary.
Can you do a backflip, Corey?
No.
I mean,
The only
Fuck.
flip I've ever done was a front flip in my backyard. Oh, and I learned how to do like kind of corkish 3 this summer at Wendell's. I went there one day for skiing, like
Mhm.
the summer camp, and learned like kind of corkish 3, but not corked enough to be true cork.
yeah, I mean, Cork 3s are
True
probably
cork.
some of the funnest tricks you can do. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never did a backflip. Never really cared to. I mean, I could do it. I'm not really opposed to it. It's just not a trick I
I
really
bet.
want to do. Hey,
Uh-huh.
hey, I'll do a backflip this year. Just
Yeah,
for
send
you.
me a video. Let's see it.
Just for you, man.
Make Meme Cork backflip 2020.
Oh, God. All right, well, we'll do it then. Fuck it.
Remember when new schoolers got Heath to do a rodeo?
I don't think they ever did, actually.
Did they not?
I've seen Evan Heath do a rodeo in fucking real life.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
like a
Have you ever
unicorn,
seen the
man.
videos of Heath at,
Shit.
dude, the videos of him at the U.S. Open? Have you ever seen that?
No.
Uh-uh.
Bro, Heath had like cork 7s. He's like 270 on the rails. He's like, dude, because back in the days, the U.S. Open, like, no invite. You just show up and enter.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And he would do it like every year, you know, just for fun. And
Damn.
yeah, there's videos of him like doing a cork 7. There's videos of him like fucking, yeah, it's dope.
So Heath used to be athletic?
He never, dude. Okay, he shreds. Right now. You're hearing me say it.
You
Whether
heard it
it's
here first.
whether it's fucking
He
riding
shreds.
it, dude. Yeah, he shreds. Like he's a strong skier.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Definitely.
I mean, that's dope, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was making a judgment basically based off like more how he looks. I've never actually seen him ski. So
yeah,
Yeah.
you were being.
Yeah,
you were being
a little
being
shit over there,
judgmental.
Corey.
How dare you?
Oh God, what do we start? I guess Meme Cork backflip is the new Heath rodeo.
Yes.
Fuck.
Meme Cork.
Get me and Cork to
Backflip.
backflip.
All right, backflip coming this season. Bet.
Let's go, dude.
You can't back out now. It's recorded on a live stream.
I know it really is, isn't it?
Damn, it's basically like you already sent it.
I'm not doing a backflip though. I'm not doing it.
So Corey mentioned to me at least that you had a pretty prominent ski-esque career going. Is that right, Corey?
A little bit. That's what I heard. I heard that Emmett was pretty good at skiing back in his prime.
Yeah. So
Dude.
let's hear about it.
Yeah, I don't know about prominent career, but I had I was fucking sponsored for a year.
Who
Oh, yeah.
sponsored you?
I got a flow and travel budget from Elon Skis. believe it or
Oh,
not.
dope.
Damn, you got a travel budget?
Yeah, dude. I don't know how I talked him into that, but I did. I was on the site and everything.
So
Damn.
at that time, did you film more street, or did you film a lot of park, or was it more like competition sponsorship?
No, I've never been in a competition in my life.
Really?
I was just skiing park, and trying to ski street at the best I could, you know. I think basically what happened is like one of my strengths has always been writing emails,
Mm-hmm.
just communicating in general, and so
Mhm.
I think I just like finessed them real good. Like I made them think that I was this valuable asset.
Yeah. How do you think I got into college, man?
Yeah, I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really. I mean, I could do like a rodeo 7. I could, you know, jump off some tall shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I, you know.
Yeah, I mean, rodeos are better.
I mean, I tore my ACL that winter.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Okay.
How did you tear your ACL?
Hitting a forkink, a large rail in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we went to Pittsburgh, and I got played out because I was on drugs.
Whoa.
So
what drugs were you on?
I was taking Klonopin. I was taking benzos.
Hence the name.
Yeah. It worked for a little bit, but you know, I realized at a certain point that you have anxiety because it keeps you safe a lot of the time, and if you're like purposely not having anxiety ever, you'll put yourself in very, very dangerous situations without realizing it. And that's exactly
very true.
True, yeah.
Exactly what I was doing, and it ended very, very poorly for me. So
yeah, no anxiety shouldn't be the goal. The goal is to, you know, manage your anxiety, but not get rid of it, because then you don't fear anything.
I mean, I used to like cease to exist, basically.
Damn.
I was in a Klonopin dream, if you will.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
that's
where
the name.
Graham name.
That is where the name comes from, because I quit taking benzos in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
But I just never wanted to forget how bad it got.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Never go back.
Because it's easy to slip back into it.
Yeah.
If you don't sort of keep reminding yourself, like, no, that's not a good.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, drugs are bad. All right. But one question I had for you is, Emmett, is how did you get into the whole Vishnu free ski? Like, what inspired you to create this almost... I mean, it's not like any other ski company, right? It's like it's its own breed of ski company. But it's like... So, I guess my question is, what inspired, like, the whole Vishnu movement? Because
well, thank you. That's what I aim to do.
Yeah, of course.
Company unlike any other. I was skiing for Elon, and you know, they are a big conglomerate company that, you know, they make like fucking boats and like all type of shit. And pretty much what happened was they asked me, what should we do about our park skis? How should we design them? How do we park skis, you know? And I told them, and they just like ignored me.
Oh, wonderful.
So were you saying to make a more rockered ski?
I was just trying to tell them like anything that would help, really, like graphics or starting a set. I actually remember telling Elon they should start a separate brand for just park skis. But anyway, what happened was I would talk to them, and then they would be like, "Oh yeah, cool." Do none of that, and I'd be like, "Oh, sick." So
you just said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself."
Kind of. I graduated from college, and then a month after that, I started Vishnu with my friend at the time, who is no longer affiliated with the brand. But yeah, we just were sort of fed up with the ski industry as we saw it. You know,
Fair enough.
A lot of the same shit over and over. And wanted to make something that was totally different, totally unique. And sometimes it's hard to articulate what that means. You just have to like look at Vishnu and then look at other brands to
I
really,
mean,
I could say some main things that are different between Vishnu and other brands. I mean, Vishnu, in terms of graphics, the graphics are more, I'd say, like artistic, minimalistic. The marketing, it's like the first company to really have a street-based team. Like, I mean, ON3P, they do have a team that hits a lot of street, but Vishnu, I think that, I mean, every rider on Vishnu has hit street at some point, or most of them have made segments too.
Yeah.
And then also the way the ski's designed with like rockered compared to, I mean, most skis on the market they have a little bit of rocker, but most are mostly cambered. So I think that like those three things separated a lot.
I agree with that. I think the main, what I always tell people that don't really know about, like my family members or whatever, they don't really know skiing, is that everything about Vishnu is pretty sketch and pretty bootleg, except for the product, and that's what's appealing. You know, is that it's a company that's run by people that do the activity that they sell skis for. First of all, I go ski park regularly, which is unlike any other brand, I promise. And just like, you know, the way our skis are wrapped in like cardboard from the dumpster, or the way that I run the Instagram myself while running the company, like just things that make it, that separate it from other brands, I think.
I mean, it's always definitely been like the skier's ski brand, right? But
hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, at least when I look at it from like an outside perspective, because I'm not too involved with the whole that side of skiing, but I see it as a.
What do you mean that side, meme?
Well, like I mean, like the swervy kind of like, yeah,
what
like.
Do you mean you people?
Well, I mean, not you people, obviously, but like, okay, so that segment's another question I have for you. So when you created Vishnu, were you initially looking to get into like this more swervy side of skiing, or did you just create it and hope to see where it went?
That shit didn't exist when we started. I mean, it sort of developed independently. Okay, here's what I will say. You guys are familiar with Ninth, right?
Yeah, Ninth Ward.
Okay, the guy that currently owns Ninth Ward, his name is Dickie Stiza.
Yeah.
He's a childhood
street rider, right?
He's a living legend. He's a childhood friend of mine, a high school friend of mine. We're from the same area in Wisconsin. And I gotta tell you, Dickie Stiza in 2011, maybe 2010, was fucking swerving around on the ground wearing track pants, putting his hands on the ground, when the bunch was wearing 5XL tall tees and afterbanging. Okay, so you gotta understand that Dickie Stiza he started this whole fucking thing. I stole every cool idea I ever had from him, or borrowed it, I guess.
Damn,
and we're still friends to this day, and we ski together all the time. He wasn't a part of Vishnu. We had a falling out at the time, but my point is that there was no such thing as quote unquote swerve skiing when Vishnu started. There just wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So we were looking to start a company based around street skiing.
Okay.
Period.
And then you kind of just trailblazed the start of a movement almost.
I guess so. I mean, I would say that
it all in 3P too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all happened at the same time, basically, like in separate places. Like the bunch, like LSM and Magnus and them were like doing their own thing. You know, when Magnus made his got picked for Super Unknown, LSM got picked for Super Unknown. Like they were totally changing like the game, like the approach to skiing right over there, while we were like doing an even more ridiculous version over here. It was sort of like parallel thinking, they call it, you know?
Yeah.
And a little bit of like Revy Boys Team Scandi too.
And them too, yeah, exactly. So I think it was just something that was bound to happen with how stagnated skiing had been up until that point. You know, you can only afterbang doing Cork 7 so many times before you want to try something new. And it just so happened that trying something new was skiing like an idiot on park benches.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
that is kind of just kind of happened that way. But the whole point originally with Vishnu was to make a street skiing specific brand, right?
Okay, so yeah, that's interesting to know then.
And then everything else just kind of came together, and I didn't fight it. Like I don't buy into the swerve thing.
You just let it do what it does.
I just let it go. Like,
yeah,
whatever you associate Vishnu with, that's what you do. And as long as you're looking at it, maybe buying skis, buying some clothes, I don't really care. I'm not here to like put skiing in a box in any way, you know.
That's fair.
I just care about continuing street skiing.
Yeah.
As an activity, because if I don't do it, like if if individuals don't continue to just go street skiing and film it, it will die out because it's a very difficult activity. That's hard. Like it takes a lot of work.
Yes,
winches,
difficult,
setting it all up.
Yeah,
but rewarding.
Exactly. I feel like that's Vishnu. Like that's my duty as the owner of Vishnu is to like show kids that you can go street skiing without having to use a winch, without you can just go skiing in a park with an inch of snow with your friends, and it still counts as skiing. And that's kind of the motivation from the beginning.
Sorry for cutting you off there. I feel like that's where Vishnu separated itself from the other street skiing groups at the time. Was all the other groups that skied street at the time were more focused on going as big as possible and doing the gnarliest, craziest trick like step. And Vishnu, same with the bunch. They both kind of took an approach at it where it was like, all right, yeah, let's make this a little bit more sustainable, a little bit more. You could jump into street skiing even if you're not like a crazy good skier that wants to, wreck himself trying a 4-on to a DFD.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's a good way to look at it. At the new wave.
I love steps. I always will, but they, you can't do that shit forever.
Yeah, of course.
You can't. It's just not possible.
That was almost what made it so badass, though. Like watching Shay Flynn in his like segment in Mutiny, it's just like, damn, like this isn't sustainable, but it's like so wild. Like it's like the craziest thing to just watch someone go out there and risk so much for street clips.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he feels the same way. Like when you watch the videos that you make years later, it's fun to see what you did, And I just want to instill that in the youth, as it were. So that's kind of the whole goal for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good goal.
And I go skiing too sometimes. I've torn both my ACLs.
Oh.
So I did my other one not last season but the season before. So I took like an entire season off, basically.
Okay.
But I'll be back hitting benches. Don't you worry.
Hey, I mean, no reason to go hard anymore. Just have fun, right?
I mean, I'm gonna make a video part just to bother you, Meme Cork. I'm gonna make a video part that is going to annoy you so bad that you can't help but like it. You're gonna be like,
dude, I will look forward to that, and I will hold you to it, just like a backflip.
Small track pants, benches.
Yes. Taking my skis
Standard
off.
definition
hey,
cameras.
You make it good enough, I'll put you in a meme. How about that?
Oh my lord. No, Corey, no more SD cameras.
Yeah, I know. T-Stone was telling me about it. He said that the clips get lost too much.
Dude, it fucking sucks. I hate it.
Wait, what's going on?
SD cameras always fuck up the damn clips. I mean, I was skiing with this kid named Zach, who Emmett sold his camera to, and we hit a spot, and I got like a clip on it that I was pretty hyped on. It like 2-on hand drag to switch on a down street rail, and the shot got lost because like the SD card or the SD camera just fucked it up.
Oh, love to see that, don't we?
Because the camera is from fucking 2002. God damn.
It's a stupid trend.
So stupid.
I thought that's what I used to not like about Vishnu, if I'm being honest with you, is I thought the SD camera I just thought it was unnecessary. But
that makes two
that's
of
just
us.
how I thought.
Hey, I mean, you got an iPhone in your pocket, right? Why?
Yeah.
Well, here's also the way I look at it.
Because of the
I
aesthetic,
think
bro.
Yeah.
All right. But hear me out.
That's fair.
You could take camera wait 1 sec. Sorry. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry, I just accidentally closed the app. But what I was saying was you could take footage from a camera and make it look like standard definition footage. Like if you edit it properly. And if it's the right type of camera that looks like similar to a standard definition camera, but you can't go the other way around. You can't take standard definition footage and make it look like high definition. So
I think it's a nostalgia thing. Like the Sony VX2100 is the first camera I ever owned when I was 15 years old, and so using it to film skiing was kind of fun. It was kind of like nostalgic, but also the difficulty in using it because it's so old outweighs the benefits of how it looks. Just losing so much footage of things that are just not you can't do it again.
Yeah, like the shot of Luke Roberts hitting the rail on Foothill, right? The one where he like transfers over with the, yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. But
that was the last straw, dude.
Yeah, that shot got lost, right? One of the angles from it.
One of the angles got like fucked up, and it was like the biggest rail anyone's ever hit. Like, yeah, I said it, and it's true. And yeah, that was the last straw. I just want to say Luke Roberts is the best. He doesn't really participate in the ski world. He just likes the act of skiing. Yeah, but one of these days I'm gonna make like the greatest hits of his, because he's hit the gnarliest rails in Salt Lake City. Gnarliest, bigger than anyone else has ever hit. Anyone. I'm like literally anyone.
I mean, I barely know who this is, so I guess he really isn't that involved.
Dude,
I don't know if I would say that, but I think he's really underrated. I think that he's like one of the most underrated street skiers.
Okay, he hit the transfer rail on Foothill. He hit the 6 kink in the abs that no one has ever hit. He hit the Energy Solutions rail, 3rd try. That's not even there.
6 kink in the abs. I think that someone just hit that this season.
They did hit it from the top.
Yeah, you're right. All right, you win this one, Emmett. But I still don't think he hits the biggest spots in Salt Lake. I think he might hit like the craziest rails, you could say, but not the biggest stuff. Like, he doesn't necessarily get a ton of air. Like,
okay, I'm telling you, you're wrong. I've never seen anyone do scarier shit in my fucking life. It is ridiculous. But he likes skateboarding.
He's wild.
He'd rather go skateboard than participate. So, but you should look him up. Meme Cork, you're into big air bullshit.
No, I'm into all skiing, man. I enjoy street skiing a lot more than I would a normal park edit, if I'm being honest.
Are you a sponsored skier, Meme Cork?
I'm not a sponsored skier.
What do you think it takes to be Spance, dude?
Okay, well, it depends on what kind of company we're looking at here, right? So,
true.
So, and it also depends on what kind of skier you are, because different companies are going to look for different skiers. So, someone like a Cal Carson would be perfect for Vishnu, right? So he's got good street skiing. He's pretty technical, and a lot of people consider him to be one of the best quote unquote swerve skiers right now. So for a company like Vishnu or Owen3P, I think that's a good fit. But if you're trying to get into like big comp skiing and you're trying to win comps and go to X Games and all that, it's tough, man. Like, I mean, I know some pretty insane kids that just like Jackson Carstetter. Do you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rings a bell for sure.
So he's got all sorts of dubs. He's got some of the most insane like rail skiing I've seen out of anyone his age, right? And he just now got sponsored by Line. He hadn't been sponsored at all. And it's crazy to me, right? That these kids that are like putting mind and body like over the edge to like not even have a ski sponsor. It's crazy. Yeah. But it's just the level that it's at, right? Because literally everyone and their brother is a fucked up skier at this point. Everyone's got a dub. Like, you see another double cork, kid did a double, seen it before.
Well, I think that's where kids are taking the wrong approach, though. It's the wrong approach to always try to be the best, because especially if you don't have the resources, like you didn't grow up near some big trampoline place and, didn't go to Wendell's every summer. You didn't have like the opportunity to ski where there's like really nice jumps. Too many people are focusing on trying to be the best rather than trying to be different.
I
guess now so people are starting to get the idea, though, that if you're different, if your skiing's entertaining to watch, if you're creating something new, then you'll have a better chance to get sponsored than if you're just,
I mean, I think it's all skewed, though, because I remember back in the day with older generations, it's like, before you do a dub, you got to get all 4-way 9s and all this shit, right? But now it's like, if a kid has a good cork 7, he's not... I feel like almost sometimes they don't even go for a natural cork 7. They're just like, fuck it, I'm going to do a dub 10, right?
Yeah, they're trying to make a good run.
The whole, like, skill set is all skewed because kids aren't even focusing on all 4 ways or directions, right? They're all just tossing dubs and shit.
Well, let's talk about that. Do you think that it's important to have, like, for example, all 4 nines before you do a dub.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to be like a comp skier, if you're into that type of thing, I think you definitely need that, because you're going to need to be able to do everything every direction if you're going to compete top level, if that's your goal. But I don't think if you're skiing for fun, or you're a street skier, or someone that, like someone on Emmett's side of things, I say be unique, find your own niche in the skiing, right? Because you don't need to do doubles if you're trying to have fun. Like, there's no point in doing insane shit that could significantly injure you if you don't plan on going professional.
I think certain people pay really close attention to that, and certain people don't. I think that's like a purist approach.
Yeah,
I would say there's a lot of people that wouldn't even notice that a 900 was unnatural.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think on rails, if you're trying to learn all tricks every way, it helps even in circumstances where you're back on your natural foot. Like, for example, let's say you learn all 8. But once you learn all 8, it makes a trick like 2-on back swap to switch easier, because you already know how to go. I mean, if you're left foot forward, slide right, or right foot forward, slide left, either way, you already know how to like do an unnatural back swap, right? So, and just having all 8 on rails, I think, is something that a lot of kids overlook, and it could be really helpful. It's almost like training in a way if you want to get good at rails. I
mean, I definitely think that you should be able to have the basics both ways and just have everything figured out, but unless you're trying to really take it somewhere, I don't think you need to push yourself that hard. Just have fun.
In the streets too, like if you're trying to hit like a bunch of handrails, I mean, I've had to hit handrails go on my natural side where I can only slide left foot forward. So like being able to slide left foot forward helps there too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I'm trying to pull up the YouTube so I can see that, dude.
I haven't seen it yet.
I would like to. I'm trying to. Wait.
I haven't seen it yet.
What are you looking for?
He's looking for the chat.
Oh, chat.
Wait.
I
was looking at the chat. I'm just seeing some eat fruit kind of vibes in here.
Oh shit!
I told you
and
Chris was gonna be in here.
Try to click the bio.
Eat fruit kind of vibes in here.
Oh,
it is echoing a little bit.
Yeah, I turned it off. I just wanted to see. You can't mute it. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to. There's an eat fruit kind of vibe there, man. Do you know who that is?
And his ex and killer.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone's favorite fruitarian.
He's in the chat.
He is in the chat. He hasn't been in the chat for a good like 10, 20 minutes, but he was in here.
I know. I saw him though for a second. I just wanted to point out that I saw him.
Yeah, of course. Let's not dwindle too far on him though. In the chat.
Sorry, I got excited. I'm a huge fan. I think as far as being sponsored, I think that you should worry less about how you ski and more about how you act. I think that.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this in the last podcast, but I was talking to like Line's East Coast rep for skiing and sponsorships, and he was saying they don't focus on comp results; they focus more on who has more of a positive outlook and who has a better influence on their community, right?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about your comp results. I'm also it's not a comp company, but
yeah, of course, with Vishnu.
We live in the internet age where people think that followers means sales. And that is not the case.
Yeah, that's not true at all. I have 20,000 followers and I've spent money. I'm negative.
Right. So nothing. This will never change. It was this way before Instagram. It's going to be this way after. What sells skis is person-to-person interaction. You see someone with a pair of skis, you say, "Hey, cool skis. Are those good?" And the person says, "Yes, they are good." And you say, "Cool, I'm going to buy them." Now, you may be like influenced by social media. You may see videos that you think are cool and stuff like that. But ultimately, when it comes to spending your money I am much more worried about how you conduct yourself in public, how you represent Vishnu as a brand, than whether or not you can do all 4 9s or whatever.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
I think people get really, really caught up in that follower fucking bullshit, dude. Nobody cares.
I think another thing though that at least for me in the past has made me buy skis is if I see someone who I really like as a skier, whose style I really like, I know in the past when I was younger I've bought the same skis as that individual. So, but they have to have a good image. They have to have something that makes their skiing different, and they have to be unique, you know?
Yeah. I agree with you, Emmett, in that I do think that, person to person definitely like has a huge influence on how many skis you could sell. But I think I disagree in that. I do think that followers and like influence matters too. I think that it matters, but only if those followers are like quality followers that really care and connect with your ski content. Because you could have like 20,000 followers, but if people aren't connecting with your ski content and they don't necessarily like you as a person that much, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only going to really matter significantly at a level if you get to someone like Gus Kenworthy who has 1 million followers, right? But not
1 million followers.
He
dude,
does. He does. I think he's
Gus
working.
Kenworthy. Dude, he made it so big. I love that.
That's just him, man. That's just his personality.
Dope. It's so dope. I saw the other day. I saw a sponsored ad on Instagram for Purina dog food with Gus Kenworthy in it, and I was like, dude, fuck yeah!
I know.
Check. Get this money.
I remember at the Olympics they were like marketing him more than any other skier there. So it definitely pays to be famous with people.
I'm proud. I feel proud that somebody from the skiing world broke through.
Yeah.
It's tough because a lot of people, their natural reaction is to not like it just because I guess some people see it as like disrespectful to the ski community, but let the man make his money.
Yeah, I mean,
if he's successful and he wants to branch out into selling dog food.
Yeah.
I want to see a skier make money.
If you know him personally, like I have had interactions with him, you know that he's a very business oriented and entrepreneurial type and aggressive. When he wants something, he does everything he can to get it, right?
Yeah.
So that's just him. Like if he's the type of person that thrives on attention and fame and money and being the best at what he does. Even in skiing, like he pushes himself so hard. So that's just him.
True.
I'm a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Emmett, got a question.
Yes.
So you sell the wet, which it's 86 underfoot, 88.
89. We'll call it 90.
Call it 90, and then the wide, which is 106.
Yep.
And do you think you'll ever make a ski that's in between that, like 96?
Yeah, I do. I think we're gonna try to develop it this year. I'd like to make I guess you could call it like a quote normal ski.
Oh.
So something with significantly less rocker with a much more normal contact point on the snow. Something that it'd be like 100 or so, 98 to 100 underfoot.
Yeah.
And a ski that is for compared to our other ski normal, I would say.
Yeah.
For bigger. And stiffer as well. So a ski that you could, easily ride on rails. Basically, a ski that you could ride in comps if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But that you can actually ski on mountains, so not symmetrical. We're working on it.
So do you think that if someone was like a really good skier, right? Really, you liked them as a person too, but they really only were doing comps, do you think you would still sponsor them?
I mean, if they don't ski street, no, probably not.
True.
So for Vishnu, if you want to get on Vishnu, you have to ski street.
I mean, yeah, with some exceptions.
Okay.
But
that's fair. It's not a good or bad thing. It's just interesting to know.
It's just our angle. So
yeah, I mean,
like someone like Wabs skis street like occasionally, but that's an exception I make because we've known each other for so long. You know, he's an icon.
I mean, yeah, that's dope. I mean, vocals, the comp scene, right? All those companies. You can be the street scene. Who cares, right?
I mean, yeah, we kind of, yeah.
You got your own niche of skiing.
Image.
Yeah.
It'd be really weird to see a kid rocking Vishnu's while he
at X Games,
all, you know, dub 12s.
X Games bigger.
Pretty sure Cal like won some sort of stop on Vishnu's.
That's
true.
I was gonna ask you about that because Cal, he was a pretty comp heavy skier, but he's fallen more into the street skiing kind of swervy side of things in recent
Fallen
years.
to the dark side.
No, not the dark side. Not even. I think he's better suited where he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think comp skiing is expensive and not that fun, and street skiing with your friends is free and very fun.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking hated competing. If I'm being honest, it was never a thing that gave me enjoyment. I just wanted to be done.
Not fun, and then you probably aren't gonna win, and then you spent a lot of money to not win, and then.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the biggest rip-offs unless you're actually gonna take it somewhere, right?
And it's just like super jockish, just.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's kind of aggro-aggressive.
Right.
At least in the ones I've been to. I'm sure when you're at the top and you're at a big event, everyone's pretty friendly with each other, but when you're younger and no one knows anyone as much as... I mean, I found there's always been cliques at comps, right? There's always the kids that are insanely good and you know are going to win, and they're kind of douchey. They're kind of overdoing their own thing. I'm serious. They're not outwardly douchey towards you, but you can tell they're cocky and they're full of it.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not a good vibe to be around. And then, I mean, I'm sure at like X Games and events like that, there's probably some tension, but like ultimately everyone's homies because it's the whole scene, right? But it's still stressful because it's an insane event to partake in, and the Olympics too, right?
Yeah. I mean, Cal's talent is comp skiing. Like Cal is he's just explosively talented skier. So I think
Cal is something else.
Is limited by comp skiing, so I think it's good that he doesn't do it anymore.
But
I think he should do whatever he wants, though. Like I would never tell him not to. But
yeah. So what was the whole decision when he joined the team? So because he was on Forefront, right? And he was doing kind of compy stuff, but was he also doing street skiing at that time?
Not really. He basically. I mean, shit. If you're in Utah, like even before that, like he's just been the kid that everybody was always watching, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely followed him quite a bit before Vishnu.
Right. So I found out that he needed a ski sponsor, and I said, "Hey, come over and get some skis," and it was that simple.
Yeah, right on.
He's a pretty agreeable guy.
But I mean, in defensive comp skiing, some people enjoy it, right? If you enjoy it, go for it.
Yeah.
Because I did see a comment from my friend Ben saying, because he's a pretty comp-esque skier. So, I mean, if you guys enjoy comp ski.
Yeah, dude. I'm not hating on anyone's interests. I'm just speaking from a personal perspective of...
my personal perspective.
Comp skiing and, you know, streets, like some more swervy park skiing, they both serve their own purpose. So, comp skiing it's more for kids that are like really, you know, like they want to be winners. Like they need to feel like the winner, you know, and they need something that's objective too. They want to be able to land that 1260 because that's objectively better than a 1080. And once you get into like the more swervy, creative, street style of skiing, like Will Wesson even, or I don't know, like Cal, that's more like people who are really creative, people who don't necessarily like feel the need to be a winner, but you know, they want to express themselves.
I mean, definitely. I mean, comp skiing is always going to be the main face that people see of our sport, right? Because there's X Games, there's the Olympics. Like, it's obviously always going to be the biggest platform we have to show off what we do. So to say that that's bad and that shouldn't exist is by far an understatement.
It only helps our sport. And then there's a lot of really good comp skiers that are also really creative and swervy. And I mean, like Henrik, he's a really good comp skier, but he also hits street. He's pretty creative. He, you know, has good style.
Yeah, he's kind of in the middle of things.
I would say just don't. If you're a comp skiing person, I would say go for it, but don't lose sight of what the point is, which is to just have fun skiing. Something I always liked about Tom Wallish, when he was like doing the X Games and stuff, he would always make a point to say that it was fun, and I always appreciated that about Tom Wallish, because you don't like, that's the first thing that he would always say is like, I'm out here having fun at this comp, you know?
Yeah,
that's cool. I think
yeah, Tom's a great guy.
I think that's the right message for sure.
The goal wasn't just to win.
And now look at him. I mean, he's made a career in announcing past that, so good for him.
That's sick. Whenever I hear Tom there, it makes me so happy. I'm like,
yeah, because he actually knows what he's talking about, right? Compared to like the bozos. No offense. I remember there was some bozo on there before that would like pronounce things like, you do a back, if someone did like a back 4 out of rail, it'd be like back 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was so bad.
The back 450-degree rotational spin.
Yeah, like they don't know what they're talking about, but they call like a cork a flat spin or some shit, and it was it would get so on my nerves. But now Tom knows what he's talking about, so it's definitely nice to see him there.
And it's sick because it's like, why wouldn't you have someone that's a really good skier and actually knows what they're talking about and announce it? Like, for me, it was a no-brainer. It was like, why was there someone on there before that didn't even ski, or, I mean, most likely didn't even ski park?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly who the commentator was, but
I mean,
makes way more sense.
I don't either. But
I had one more thing I wanted to say about being sponsored or whatever.
Yeah, go for it.
It's something that I experience daily. You know, people messaging Vishnu and saying, you know, I need this, I need that. Can you help me? I want to be a pro skier, blah, blah, blah. I think that if you're skiing to be sponsored, you're doing it wrong. Yeah. I think that quote unquote sponsorship, first of all, is not what you think. Okay, if you think I'm gonna crush some dreams here, but it's for the greater good. If you think that you're gonna make a living from skiing, you are probably wrong. If most likely, and if you think that getting sponsored is the end goal of skiing, that is completely misguided. You need to. This is to anyone listening who wants to get sponsored, who wants free stuff. Okay, just keep going out, skiing for fun, make some videos with your friends, relax. It's not that big of a deal, because guess what? Someday you might get sponsored and you might get free shit, and then you'll realize, damn, this is really not that big of a deal, and I still have to work at a fucking restaurant or something, and all of that hard work and striving that you did to be quote unquote sponsored will seem so silly in hindsight.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
just
relax.
The raw percent of people that are going to make money out of skiing and actually make a significant amount of profit past the point of living is significantly low. Like, there's only a handful. Like, if you're a superstar like Gus Kenworthy, you're going to be racking in dough because of your image. But when it comes to normal skiing, like, I remember I put something out on my story asking skiers to tell me how they live and kind of the money they make, and I got a lot of responses saying, like, I don't really profit from skiing more so than I just am able to, like, live and travel and do what I love for free, but I don't make any money out of it, right?
That's what it is. You can definitely, I know people. Go ahead, sorry. You go ahead, Corey.
I was saying that doesn't necessarily mean like it's bad to put energy and effort into skiing, because, you know, fun it comes in all different forms. There's like the most simple version of fun where you're just kind of goofing around with your friends, and then there's, you know, you're grinding to make a street part. And what I would say is, don't grind to make a street part so that way you get sponsored, or don't grind to make the video so you get sponsored. Grind so you can make a good video and something that you're proud of, because that's going to be way more important at the end of the day than that you got, you know, $400 saved from buying
of course.
You got to realize that it's supposed to be fun, and that's pretty much it. I know people personally that have ruined their enjoyment of skiing, and they've ruined the whole thing basically by putting too much pressure on themselves, by having these lofty goals that they couldn't achieve, you know. And I've seen it happen so many times, and the people that really end up getting quote unquote sponsored, because that's a slippery word, but the people that really end up doing that shit are their attitude is everything. It's like you said, they travel for free doing what they like. It's that simple.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of what I got.
I just don't want people to ruin skiing for themselves.
Yeah,
that bums me out. That really bums me out.
I mean, that's why I stopped competing, because I was putting pressure on myself and it wasn't fun. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna ski, I'm gonna have fun with my friends, and I'm gonna film clips and put together edits sometimes, right? But I'm not gonna like go out of my way to like force myself to compete.
True.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Yeah, go.
You guys are both pretty young. I'm 28. You guys are what, 21, 19?
I'm 18.
18, 19. Okay. What's it like being that young and running an Instagram account with so many followers? Do you get stressed out? Do you get, like, what is that like?
I mean, Corey, you can go first if you want.
Well, I guess one thing that would make my life different than other kids my age is that around campus, sometimes kids will recognize me. They'll be like, "Oh, are you Corey or are you Squid?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." But that's just fun. It's not like super high pressure or anything. I'm not famous to the point where it's like I walk into a, grocery store and someone's like, "Oh my God, that's Candide." You know what I mean? It's not like that for me. So pretty chill in that aspect. Sometimes I get a little stressed out about, trying to make my skiing like the best. I'd say that could be stressful. Like, feel like more pressure just because, there's more eyes watching my skiing. But I don't know. It's that was more when I was younger. Now it's all kind of mellowed out. And running Squid, I mean, it's all pretty easy. It's like it's just I choose the content that I like and I promote it. And sometimes I'll spend some time like re-editing a video or taking clips out from old videos and posting them. But it's like not that stressful.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, I hate to say it, but I wasn't really much of anyone in the ski world before I started my stupid meme account, right? Like, I was just your average skier who had his friends at his home resort, and I just skied all the time. I knew plenty of people, but like, it's almost kind of almost brings out the fakeness in people, because I remember I'm not going to name anyone, but there were certain individuals that I like tried to converse with and like be friendly with, and they were like, I don't want to talk to this kid, right? But then as soon as they find out I run Meme Cork, and Meme Cork's the new hot thing, oh, what's up, Colin? You're my like. But I mean, I definitely. I mean,
it only gets worse.
I mean, I definitely. It's weird now, because I went from like this point in my ski, if you could even call it a career, I'll just call it that for a word to use, but my ski journey, right? So I went from a point where I was just an average skier who was mediocre, I guess, and then like I made a meme page, and it's not even like considered. It's kind of weird to me, because everywhere I go, people don't really consider it a meme page. They consider it more of a ski personality, right?
Yeah.
So like everywhere I go, they're like, "That's Meme Cork," and like everyone like who is a skier, and if they see like I have my Meme Cork sticker on my computer or phone or something, they're asking me like, "Oh, you know Meme Cork?" or like,
yeah.
But like,
and then you're like, "I am Meme Cork."
Yeah, I mean, I never really tell people, like, I don't go out of my way. I'm like, "What's up? I'm Meme Cork." Like, usually the way people find out is like one of my friends will be like, "Oh, that's my homie's Meme Cork," or like, or someone will be like, "That kid runs Meme Cork," and like, it gets out there, right? But I don't selflessly promote myself wherever I go for attention. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I do get a lot more attention and a lot more voice in the ski industry now because of my page.
I mean, I see the comments, like I was saying at the beginning of this, the comments on Meme Cork are the tone of new schoolers circa like 2008.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same like type of gathering place, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's its own community. Like I was saying, it's not a page. I'm more like a person in the industry, which is weird.
You're starting like the memes, although they are memes, they're meant to like tackle topics and issues in skiing that are controversial. So.
And I mean, it was never meant to be like this huge thing. I just made it one day. I don't even quite remember why I made it, and then I just started posting shit, and I thought it was funny, so I kept with it. And then I think in like 2 or 3 weeks, I had like a few thousand followers. I was like, what the fuck? I did nothing for this.
I mean, I saw you start and then pass Vishnu in like 2 months.
Yeah, it was crazy how fast this page blew up.
Yeah.
But I am an internet person, so I like a little edginess. I thought it was funny how you got in trouble or whatever with fucking what.
I actually like I didn't actually get that much negative. Sierra?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really talk to her personally a lot. I just kind of, the whole interaction was like, she saw the meme and she kind of came in my DMs and she was kind of bitching me out for it, and I was like, it's whatever, I'm a meme page, like, what do you want me to do? It's what I do. And then
doing my job here.
And then somewhere along the line she figured out that Steve made it, so then her attention shifted off of me. Like, she didn't even talk to me anymore, and she started like going after Steve. So then Steve had the problem, and I was like, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Like, I'm chill with you if you don't keep slandering our name, because we didn't really do anything that bad. And so I kind of let it go for like a day, and then what ultimately happened is I woke up the next morning and she had posted a whole new thing all over Instagram, basically like roasting Steve, calling Steve names, being rude towards me, and all this shit. So I was like, you know what, I've had enough. So the writer inside of me sat down in like a passion of fury and just wrote like a 3-page note on my iPhone in like 10 minutes, and I threw it up on my story, and it basically called her out. And then like it was like almost within 10 minutes she started typing in our DMs, and then suddenly our DMs disappeared. So it was like she was trying to figure out something to like come back at me with. And then she just blocked me. And then she didn't acknowledge me ever again. In the live video, she wouldn't acknowledge my presence. She would only talk about Steve.
The memes, dude. Couldn't hang.
Well, people don't realize that I can clap back at them, right? But yeah, I mean, the vast amount of people were like not necessarily like pissed off at me. Like, I think I got maybe 1 or 2 DMs out of like 200 that were pissed off at me. Everyone else was like, yeah, good for you, like, she's definitely in the wrong in supporting me and Steve. So it wasn't technically a negative experience, but
well, that's good. I remember messaging to see how that would be extremely stressful to a younger person.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely on my phone pretty consistently for like a 12-hour period talking to people, but none of it was too negative. So it was
Well, I think that she kind of made herself look goofy because she was almost saying in a way it was like trying to support throwing women out of cars, like violence against women. And it's like, come on, like, read between the lines. That's obviously not what the meme was intended to say.
Well, she makes her living on taking herself too seriously. So you can't be surprised when she takes herself too seriously.
I mean, she was just putting a bad image on me and Steve, so I would just put out something to say like, hey, it's not the truth. If you really care, this is what happened. This is who she is. Because I had plenty of people that know her personally, and even like I think her cousin. I literally knew her cousin from skiing in Aspen last year, and he like DM'd me. He's like, yo, this is my cousin, what are you doing? And like so like I had a bunch of people come to me and kind of tell me a bunch of shady shit and about her character, and I'm not going to disclose anyone or
don't disclose it, but I just wanted to say
I basically was like, she was basically being pretty hypocritical, so I was just like
I was worried about your Fifi's meme cork.
Nah, my feelings weren't too hurt there at all.
Emmett.
Yeah.
So before Colin, he was talking about like how sometimes people could not really be that genuine once they find out he's meme cork. Like people that really didn't like him before end up liking him afterwards just because they know he runs the page. Do you notice the same thing with you and Vishnu?
You know, I don't know. You may not know this about me, Corey. A lot. I'm pretty like solitary kind of person. So I'm so like wrapped up in my own shit all the time that I don't
LaCroix?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I guess I noticed that kind of. I mean, people are much more likely to be nice to me, or like it's like you're saying that some people are just disingenuous. This is how it is.
Yeah.
You
I
know, and
mean,
some
there's
people are just
two
gonna.
ways to. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say some people. It's weird. Some people they don't know you either way, but they like you because of what you do, or they don't like you because of what you do. But either way, they don't really know who you are.
Yeah.
True.
So it's weird. It's weird, kind of, but luckily I keep a low profile. Usually, as far as like not associating myself with Vishnu, like I try to have it be like a behind the scenes kind of vibe. And so to answer your question, yes and no. I would say there's a lot more people that don't like me personally, especially in Salt Lake City, because of Vishnu.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I would definitely say that. And some of them are specifically because two people specifically that I obviously I'm not, because that's bad form, but it's because I didn't give them free shit.
Damn.
That's just fake. Those people.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, well, that's how you know they're being not genuine.
Right. You subtly ask me for free skis, I say no, and then you go out of your way to make my life difficult in various ways.
Yeah, I mean, when you give someone free skis, essentially you're giving them a few $100s of money you put into your company.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like candy that you just give out to everyone.
At the same time though, I am also receiving a service from, like, I try to remember that, like, it would be very entitled of me to be like, here's some skis, do what I say,
Yeah, of course.
Because they're also helping you with marketing.
Exactly. So it's more like, here's some skis, do whatever you want within reason.
Yeah, but from like a business standpoint, if you just give everyone skis and they don't, because you have to have someone that can give back to you in terms of like a marketing standpoint, right? So if you just give everyone free skis, you're losing out, because the vast majority of those people are not going to be able to give back what you've given them, right? And that's money out of your pocket.
I think for the most part, Vishnu has been, in regards to what you're saying, Corey, it's been positive. People that know that I do the ski company thing, they're cool usually.
Yeah.
The people that aren't are few and far between, but they are very on for sure.
I mean, I think it's dope that you started your own company. Like, that's a dope thing to do, especially a ski company. Like, that would be a dream eventually if you could at least if I could figure out like a sustainable ski company. Like, that would be an awesome thing to do.
It's hard. I would recommend against it.
Yeah, I know. Starting a ski company is a hard thing to do.
Just from a purely business, I mean, any like real type business person that looked at I saw Jason today, actually.
Who?
Anyone that looked at our end of year numbers would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But I'm not running a ski company to get rich. I'm doing it because I like it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, if you're trying to get rich, skiing is not the thing you should partake in.
I mean, it is if you make skis for Weekend Warriors, it's dope.
Yeah, true.
I want to be like Blizzard, dude. I want Blizzard.
Yeah, I mean, tour companies that make skis for tourists are always going to be the most popular ski companies.
I'm trying to get that Blizzard Black Pearl money. That's the best-selling ski in the world.
Yeah.
Vishnu tourist skis coming soon.
Fleet, dude. Every rental fleet at every resort, Vishnu.
I would love to see that. Vishnu goes rental.
Straight up.
The new Vishnu rental model coming soon to a ski shop near you.
But for real, we're gonna make a, but it's not gonna be super normie. It's gonna be like a normal ski that's anything. It's still gonna be super light, super fun.
Yeah.
But what made me think of that is because it could be a tour. It could happen.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even if you don't make that much money, you still have a lot of influence, and I guess that's what matters.
Is it?
Yeah. I think that both matter.
I like eating food.
Well, yeah, you want to have money to put food on the table, but I think it's sick. Like Vishnu definitely had a big influence on the ski community.
It definitely did.
I hope we continue as well. I mean, it's far from over. It's really just getting started, honestly. So,
yeah, I mean, you've made waves in the ski industry, and it's visible to everyone.
Well, while we're on the congratulatory thing here, you guys also have made. I mean, I'm the one that asked to be on this, so
True.
That should tell you.
Which is crazy to me, because
that should tell you what.
Literally in January, I was nothing, and now here I am with a podcast, right? So.
Well, you're still nothing. So.
I mean, we're all still nothing, but like now I have a platform and an opportunity to be able to have an influence in skiing.
Exactly.
And make people laugh. Like I enjoy making people laugh, and I like to see when people enjoy my content. So.
Yeah, for sure. As you should. I mean, it's cool that you're. I don't know. Like I said, I just can tell that this is a good thing. Like, whether memes are stupid or not, which they are, as you know. But
oh, they're so stupid.
Not your memes, but memes generally speaking.
Oh, they're all stupid.
But it's a cool thing for people to gather and share their thoughts about skiing and stuff. So I support you guys.
Yeah, and
both you young boys.
Well, thank you. And as I grow, like I've told Corey this a lot, but like as a page now, I try to like spark conversation on certain topics in skiing rather than just bash people as it initially was, because now I have a platform and I have to be aware of what I'm doing with it, right? Compared to when I had like 100 followers and I could just post whatever and get no little to no lash back towards it, right?
Not giving a fuck isn't always necessarily a good thing.
What?
Not giving a fuck isn't always necessarily a good thing.
It's just I'm much more conscious now than I was.
Yeah.
Of what I have going.
Yeah, you focus more and try to put out something that's going to have the right type of influence, not just edgy, angsty influence. Not just pissing people off.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason I was so happy to start this, because I actually get to talk about skiing, which I love. So.
Get your money, though, Meme Cork. I hope that you made lines.
Oh, God, don't even start with that.
Dog, if you didn't, you're fucking up. It's okay, get them next time, but you gotta wield your, like you said, you got a platform, and you need to wield that.
Yeah, of course.
Carefully. You can't, because I'm telling you, the ski industry, any industry, they're looking for people to fuck over, to take advantage of.
True.
And if you don't know any better, people will take advantage of you for sure.
Yeah.
So you got those followers, you gotta say, look at these motherfucking followers, cut that fucking check.
Yeah.
Straight up.
They did help me a lot, though, to be fair to them. They gave me like multiple shout outs. They helped me out quite a bit and grow my platform.
Dude, I can't eat shout outs.
That's true. That's very true.
I need money.
Yeah, I mean, I like to just help everyone in skiing, because I mean, I could be making money off of this, because I've gotten requests from like random sunglasses companies to pay me for like promotions, shirt companies, all sorts of whack companies that have nothing to do with skiing.
It's not worth it.
I've said no every time, right? Because I don't want to support some whack ass company.
Yeah, your word matters, and you don't want to, hurt your word by trying to promote some shit that you don't actually care about.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Then your word becomes kind of worthless. Like, why should someone buy whatever you're going to tell them to buy if you're trying to get them to buy some, stupid fucking pit vipers or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
See, I think you should just take the money and turn your comments. But that's just that's what I would do.
I love it.
Why not, dude? What are they?
Yeah, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that...
I wouldn't.
Nah, I disagree. I don't think you... I've gotten a lot of, what are they called? Like, promotion opportunities, but unless I really like the company, I don't think it's worth it, because usually it's not that much money, first of all. And second of all, if I promote something that I don't really care about, then I think that it hurts the value of my word, because then people are like, well, he doesn't obviously care that much about what he promotes. You know what I mean? He's promoting fucking... the gummy bears from Scandinavia or something. I don't know.
Okay, so an example the other day is I had someone reach out to me from an undisclosed ski company, right? And they're a cool company and all, but the way they wanted me to promote them was just so fake and so blatantly obvious that I said no, because like I like your company, but the way you're trying to ask me to go about this is not something I want to do with you. If that makes sense.
Who was it?
It was kind of corny.
I don't want to name names, but
why not? Come on.
I'm not trying to. Fine. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty notable ski company that a lot of people rep, and I was not about to try and, because it was a typical like post a photo on Instagram and say, and they gave me like a blurb that they wanted me to copy and paste, and I just didn't respond. I was like, I'm not gonna do this for you.
Yeah.
Because
I admire your guys' integrity, I must say.
Yeah.
It would be selling out hard.
I mean, I spend money to make stickers and get that out to people and hand those out. I don't even make money.
I could make your merch for you. You should make merch. I'll make your...
I've had people reach out to me about that, actually. I'd be very down to work with you on that.
Squid merch is coming soon.
I mean, and Squid merch too, obviously.
I had a thing with Jerry Slams where he wanted to make bucket hats with me, and I said, why not? But I haven't seen anything out of that, but...
Jerry Slams. Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. I don't know him too well, but he's nice.
True.
But, yeah, I mean, so far my sticker game is the only thing that's strong right now.
I just want to see you, like, get paid for your shit. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. And also just not...
capitalistic gains.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about... For me, at least, I don't know if the same goes for Corey, but for me, I actually have to, like... It's almost like writer's block. I get like meme block. It's weird to say.
Yeah.
But, like, I struggle sometimes to come up with memes, and like, it's a whole ass like thought process to come up with like all these jokes, and they have to be good because they can't be shitty, right?
Right.
So like when you don't see me post for like 5-6 days, like I'm having meme block.
Meme block.
And especially because it's not winter, because usually the way I come up with most of my things is I'm skiing and I see something that visually makes me say like I can turn this into a joke. But right now I'm sitting in a dorm room at college and there's nothing to do with skiing, so it's like dry content that I'm trying to, like, I could pump out dry content, but I try to make them as good as I possibly can.
Nah, quality over quantity.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when ski season starts up again, I'll probably start getting back on the everyday grind, but right now I'm pretty slow.
It's true.
Cool, I'm gonna send you videos of me skiing that you can...
Gonna be dope. Please make that segment you were talking about, and I will meme.
I mean, my skiing at this point is 95 fit, and like 4% attitude, and then 1% actual trick. I might
attitude.
I might only do front twos. Lip on front twos too. Fuck you, haters.
Dude, lip-on front twos, I don't think they're that bad. I honestly think the lip-on blind two, it's a little overrated.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
I have memed this so many times. I've tried to break down the lip-on blind two so many times because it is not a fun trick to do, and I do not like doing it.
I don't think it looks that good. I feel like lip two to switch looks way better than lip-on blind two.
Maybe like a switch lip-on blind two. Like, that seems cool to me, but like a lip on.
I like switch lip to switch. Switch lip to switch is the go-to.
True. And I made a lip on blind 2 compilation when I was 15. I like went on New Schoolers and I made a thread and I was like, everyone send me your lip on blind 2s. I'm gonna make them into a big video. And then I made this like 3-minute long video with a bunch of lip on blind 2s. And at the time it was cool, but you know, I've grown, I've changed as a man, and I think the lip on blind 2 is out.
But Talty Dan, I still love you. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, Dan's the man.
I love Dan. He's a great guy, but I don't see the hype. I don't. But I mean, he was a meme page at one point, and it was a trend that people latched onto, so that helped him grow. Because I think he was the OG ski meme page. Stop skiing, right?
He's up there. He's definitely one of the first ones.
Like on Instagram, at least.
Yeah. No, I think he is the first ski meme page. At least.
I mean, obviously there were always there's always people like Steve and New Scores trolls, but I mean, like on Instagram, I guess he was the first like established ski meme page.
True. Yeah, I think
and he took that in a good direction, because now he has his own brand, Arsenic, and he does great things for skiing.
He had Arsenic way before that.
Yeah, I mean, but he like used it to propel his brand, if that makes sense.
For sure, yeah.
Which is dope, because he's able to take something, which is kind of like me doing this podcast, but not really. But now he's turned it into like a monetized way of getting income, I guess. Because I think he switched the page from Stop Skiing to his personal page, right?
Yeah, he doesn't do it, the Stop Skiing thing.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
But
yeah,
he's a dope
I don't know.
guy,
I gotta eat dinner soon, though. I think that maybe start ending this.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hungry, but
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm sorry to end it like that, but I'm just
I'm
too hungry,
of course.
Man.
I mean, it was definitely fun,
Okay, great.
because I mean, I've never talked to you before, Emmett, so it's been super good to get to know you.
And yeah, it's been a pleasure for sure. I just want you to make some money.
I will do my best to do that, and if I ever do merch or like shirts or something, I'll definitely hit you up.
I will undercut any price you can come up with, straight up.
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
For sure. All right, boys. Well, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the podcast turned out really well. I think we talked about, almost everything we wanted to talk about, and we got some good points down.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited with the outcome of this.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing, Emmett. Same for you, Colin.
Yeah, you as well. Same thing Corey said.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Peace.